Welcome back to the Jacked Racing YouTube channel. Welcome back to the shop. We are about to take the Pro Truck back out of the trailer, bring it into the garage, and see what we broke last night at Auburndale. So the race didn't end very well. I'll show you a clip right here of what happened. I know I just showed you a video of the wreck, and of course everyone on the internet loves drama, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell everyone what happened since that contact. I did talk to the driver of the 5 truck last night. We agreed it's just a racing deal. It's going to happen on those little tiny tracks. I definitely stuck my nose in, tried to make a pass. He said his radio went out. He didn't have a spotter. He couldn't see me there, so he just came down. It is what it is. I stuck my nose in. He didn't see me, and we hit. It's just going to happen from time to time. It just means we were going fast enough to race competitively, and not that big of a deal. So if anyone's here for a dramatic story, sorry, you're not going to get one. I think that's one of the biggest problems we have in short track racing right now is everyone just wants to go fight and cause drama and make a big deal of everything. You don't have to do that. We had a race car that didn't finish the race. Is what it is. It's part of it. We all sign up for racing like that. We know what we're getting into. We know the risks. So yeah, no need to start drama with anyone. Just be chill, you know? We just, calm down a little bit. Everyone just needs to calm down a little bit. I think people in the TikTok comments were more upset about this whole deal than either of us drivers in the car. So, you know what? It's just short track racing. It's not the end of the world. No one's hurt. It is what it is. So yeah, note to everyone, just calm down a little bit. Don't be fighting people. I think that's one of the biggest things that goes wrong in the pits after these races. Everyone's fighting each other, yelling at each other. There's kids around, there's families around. There's no need to act like that. So yeah, don't need to make a big deal out of everything. Just, if you have to, go cuss to yourself in your trailer and move on. Now anyways, we're going to get that thing out of here, bring it in, see if we broke anything, and start getting this thing ready for New Smyrna Speedway next weekend for the first points race of the year there. See if we can redeem ourselves after the golf cart incident. So, yeah, what do you think? You think it's going to be bad, or you think it's going to be all right?
We're going to be all right.
It's going to be all right. All right. We're optimistic. So let's go get the car out of the trailer and see what we got going on. Well, we're off to a great start. I tried to start the truck in the trailer, hit the button, and it popped and smoked and died. So the starter button in the inside of the truck is toast. So I don't know why, but that's where we're at. So we had to get the lawnmower, push it in with the lawnmower, but now we've got it in, up on the lift. We can take a look and see what's going on. We'll walk over real quick and see, kind of just a quick look. Obviously we got body damage. That fender got split. We've got the bumper bar is broken, which is kind of what it's supposed to do. That's supposed to break and take the hit rather than the frame, which I don't think we hit hard enough to do any frame damage, and all these pieces look straight, so not super worried about that. Looks like a lot of just cosmetics for now. This is obviously not good. That's broken. This fender's gonna need replaced. The body mount down there is broken. We've got all this stuff down here that's broken. Airbox, yeah. That's okay, that's just sheet metal and rivets, not the end of the world. We got some steering fluid coming out of here, which may be unrelated. Dad had a diaper on it, so we'll see if that's anything. But yeah, we'll get this taken apart, make sure there's no suspension damage. Everything seems to be okay on the wheel. The wheel doesn't look like it actually got hit. We'll definitely have to check the toe on it. It probably knocked the toe out of it. Otherwise, all the suspension pieces are...
Everything seems...
Yeah.
Tight. We'll check it.
Shock doesn't look bent. Everything looks to be okay. I thought I had suspension damage when it happened, but now that we're kind of looking at it, I think maybe what I was hearing was the bumper dragging and not what I thought was the suspension piece, which is kind of the good outcome. We don't want any of this to be broken, especially after Dad just spent so much time getting it all lined up right. So I guess if all we got is some body damage, we're okay, but a little bit of time, a little bit of looking, and we'll see exactly what we're in for. We only do precision body work here at Jacked Racing. None of that redneck stuff. If you're gonna do welding and you forget to wear shoes and you wear your Crocs, make sure you got coverage. Dad will tell you when you drop a weld bead down inside your Crocs, it doesn't feel very good.
It does not.
No. Also, I have pretty much zero welding experience, but this is just a little body mount that was barely even welded before, so what better place to try and learn? I'm happy to report my feet are fine, my Crocs are fine, and now we have a front body bar. I'm not going to show it to you up close because y'all are just going to make fun of us, but it's going to be hidden by a body panel anyways. Full disclaimer, I was not the one that welded that on there. That was actually done with a big welder, and of point here, everyone that wanted to say the welds were not good, that thing took a direct hit on the front tire, and that U-joint in there is A-okay. So I think we're good. The next piece we got to take care of here is this bumper bar. That's not how that's supposed to be, so Mr. Fire Stick here is going to take care of that for us. Our poor little airbox did not fare super well in this whole ordeal, but nothing a little happy tappy won't fix. Dad's doing some precision body work here on the ground. Nice. It's going to be a show car by the time we're done with it. Look at that. It's starting to look like a race car again. Nothing a hammer and some fire can't fix. While we got the body off here, we figured we'd try and string the car. If you don't know what that is, you take a string from the rear tire to the front tire and make sure they're lined up. You can tell if the body, or not the body, if the frame is bent that way. If, you know, one's stuck in a little farther than the other, you can tell if things are not lined up. It's usually pretty hard to do with that fender on there, so this is a good time to check some measurements we can't normally check. Hopefully it's gonna be the right measurement. This is not officially the best way to do it, we just can't find the real string, so here's where we're at. Pull it tight. Well, that looks pretty good. That's not too bad, is it? I think it looks pretty good. Leaking water.
That's just
It's coming out of...
Is that just rainwater that got stuck in there, or is it coming out of the radiator? Uh-oh.
Did we get a pinhole?
Might have got a pinhole.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Well, that just made this job a whole lot harder. Is it in the radiator?
Right here.
Oh, that's still warm. I shouldn't have touched that. Oh no. We need a radiator. And that's not the end of the world, but it's a whole lot of stuff we didn't think we had to do.
Just because we always have to have something dumb happen to us, that switch that blew out in there, we tried to look into it and kind of determined it might have been a little more than the switch, so we pulled this starter out to make sure it was still working, hooked it up to the battery. It is still working outside of the car. The starter and the solenoid are good, but now we think the wire is having some sort of problem going up to the switch. So the switch is definitely fried. We tested that, it's toast, and we're going to replace this wire. At least it's not the starter, and at least it happened in our driveway instead of at the racetrack. Otherwise, the front end of this thing is kind of coming back together okay. It looks as good as it's gonna look. It's not a show car by any means, but it will still drive around in a circle, and The hood actually might line up a little better now that we took some of these mounts off and redid them. So I guess there's always a small victory with every defeat. All right, we've pretty much hit a stopping point for the day, so we're gonna pack things up here and call it a day. We're gonna have to put some Amazon orders here, maybe some orders in with our friends at Speedway Motors, and get this thing the rest of the way figured back out. We think the starter's gonna be okay. It's just gonna be a little bit of a wiring issue and getting a new switch put in, and we should be good to go there. The front end is mostly coming back together. I think that's gonna be okay. Just put the rest of the body panels back on after we find a new fender somewhere.
And Jack is no longer in charge of little tiny screws.
I lost a very important little screw and now we're in trouble. So, well, I'm in trouble. Anyways, normal behavior. So we're gonna pack it up for the day. Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave me a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.